You're welcome to my world. The world of business and the world God has called us into. Welcome to my world indeed. I've started and there's no stopping. Okay? Yes, there's no stopping. This evening, I just want to talk about the 4 things that matter in anything you do in life. Whether it's for spiritual reason, whether it's for work, whether it's for philanthropic decision making, whether it's for ministration, or whether it's for looking after your children, the 4 things that matter. Uncle Timo! I'm so dirty about you, Uncle Timo. Glory, 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 glory. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. That's what my Uncle Timo has just said today. That's my brother in Bangladesh. God bless you, sir. I'm always happy to see you. I'm always happy to see everybody on this program. And thanks to that man who has answered the calling and who says, yes, the salvation of the people and the making life easier for the people is all I want to live for. His name is OLOFEMI, Ọlọ́run Fẹ́mi. EJI. Can you spell the rest for me, please, Uncle Timo? EJIDE. A wonderful bishop. Thank you, my darling, darling, darling bishop. Thank you very much. Because you've answered the calling of God. God is blessing us. And God is allowing this kind of conversation to happen in the media. Hallelujah. Adeyinka Emmanuel, God bless you. Best leak digital world. Best leak. I'll be interested in what you're doing in digital world because I love all these people with these digital people. They are such gimmicky people, aren't they? They are the ones that are really, really spreading the gospel as such because they send our messages to millions. I told you that when you start this program with me, you will learn. You will learn a lot of things, and I will bring to your realization, your understanding, what you already know about your perfect skills, about those things that you can actually work on, and you can actually help people, you can give to people, you can sell to people, you can educate people about things you know that you don't want to die with you. And we talked about that the last time. But right now, I'm going to speak to you about the only 4 things that matter. Can you see how big this is? These are all my notes. I don't joke about notes. I won't just scribble them down on a piece of paper and start looking for them. No, I'll create a file. I'll create a big file like this. Look. I'll create something like this. I'll label it. And it doesn't matter how untidy I am in there. Everything is there. If I'm looking for telephone numbers of the contacts, if I'm looking for anything at all, just the little points I jotted down when I have the epiphany, the epiphany moment, that's when you get that light bulb switch, when you get that idea, when you get that solution. You see, I can do one finger, I can't do the other. Okay, I can try. You get that just like that. You know, you put it down, you write it down. You know, I've got different color papers. I'll show you. The only reason why I'm sharing this with you is because you are I'm taking you into my life. You see all those colors, you can get them from printers, and you can get scraps that will cost you nothing. They want to throw them away. You pick them up. The more the colors, the better. And then you arrange the colors, for, to be coded into your functionalities. There are things coded. If I want to talk to you about business, I know the kind of clothes I will wear. I know the kind of hairstyle I will have, And if I'm talking business, or if I'm by myself and I'm sorting my desk out, I have to get all the color papers out. So I will line them up, and I know urgent must be done quickly for the business, for my children, and for my friends, and for my sweetheart. I always have pink for my sweetheart. Yes. Anything to do with him, it's in the pinks. And when anything happens, because I have a whole jumble of documents and so on. And sorry, I've got to sort them out. You can see how chaotic things can be sometimes. You're living life with me. You're living my life with me. So don't mind all these errors. There's a chunk of documents to sort out. On my, I don't know how I could show you that. I'll try. I'll try. Okay. I don't know whether that would do it. If you see, that's my easy chair when I want to relax. I don't know whether it will do it. Yes. That's my easy chair. If I want to relax sometimes I want to relax for only 10 minutes. And I end up sleeping there for hours. I will take my rest when I need it. You can see a pile of documents there. That chair there is just a chair. It's not what clients don't sit in my office. Nobody comes to my office, you see. I just have that chair there because sometimes all these chairs, I sit on them and I just move around. Sometimes I even sit on the floor. You see, that's a very busy office, but a busy but organized office. This is what I'm saying. When you want to start in business, don't make everything perfect. I've been in business since I was 18. That means at least over 40 years now. And thank God, I know not to make everything perfect, because you are what you see. What you see is what you get with me. I don't like to impress people, or I don't like to impress people at all. I impress upon people. I say this is what you need to do, really, because I've tried many things, I've tested them, and I tell you, this is what you really need. So I can impress on people, but I don't like to impress. I remember when I was in secondary school, they would say, oh, I want to shine impression. I want to shine impression. That is it. I want to make people think, I want to make people think I am what I'm not. That's basically what it is. But they say, oh, what we call packaging now. There's no packaging in my life. What you see is what you get. But experience will be the only packaging I will share with you. So when I say the 4 things that matter, I want to share the 4 things that matter. And I don't know where this goes today, but wherever it goes, it goes. You need to have a solid foundation. A solid foundation. You've got an idea. What is a solid foundation? Have you researched it? The person who helped you to get that idea, have you spoken to that person? Have you bared yourself to that person? Have you let that person know that, look, I'm interested in this, but I haven't got a fog. I haven't got an idea how to go about it. Or are you going to pretend, oh, yes, I know, and then glean. You know what glean means? It means take whatever you can get out of it and then go and make sense of it later. I don't do that. I exhibit my ignorance to such an extent that my friends, my classmates, when I was at the Polytechnic, my first stage after A-levels, when, remember I told you I was in the medical school, and then I decided I didn't want to be a doctor. I wanted to be an accountant. And then when I went into the Polytechnic, my friend said I exhibited so much ignorance that they are embarrassed. Bless my late brother, Brother Olu, whom we buried on the 12th of February. My brother who died of COVID, may his soul rest in peace. Brother Olu used to sit me down and say, Bumi, you don't have to exhibit so much ignorance, because you look really pathetic when you do, because you are begging for information. You're begging to be educated. And I said, brother, I'm begging to be educated because I want to be educated. I want to know about that thing. I don't want to falter in any way. Nobody taught me all that. It's just the way I was. And I'm glad I was like that, because even now I'm still like that. If there's anything I don't know, I will not pretend to you I do not know. If I'm stupid, I will show my stupidity. If I'm ignorant, I will show my ignorance. Somebody tells me, how much comfortable are you in your home when you're at home? And I say, you know what? In my home, I walk about naked. I do not want anything interfering with me. I just want to be free. And they said, what if you have a visitor? I said, oh my goodness, I'll be so well dressed, so covered up. And whether naked when I'm alone, or whether I'm covered up when I'm not alone, I'm comfortable. The important thing is for you to be comfortable in your skin. Do not pretend to be who you are not. Do not pretend, and do not do anything that makes you uncomfortable. If it makes me uncomfortable to have clothes on when I have visitors, then I won't have visitors. I won't have people stopping in my house. Full stop. So we are going to talk about the solid foundation. We've got to have a solid foundation to whatever you believe in, and you've got to be comfortable in that solid foundation. Because if something is solid, the ground has got to ease itself for you to pour the cement and everything to make it solid. You cannot be resisting. You cannot be opposing yourself. And you cannot be pretending either. Because if you put pretense, if you put a solid whatever, cement, on a pretend surface, the foundation will stay solid. The surface will not be able to contain or carry that you are going to put on it. So the second one, the only 4 things that matter is what I'm sharing with you today. The second thing is the paradigm and worldview. Paradigm. Paradigm is the filter. I'm wearing these glasses now. These glasses, it's prescription glasses, okay? It's prescription glasses. Yes, but I say, before I wear this pair of glasses, I can see, yes, I can see. I can see, but I can't see clearly. I can't see very much. I'm looking at the screen now, but I can't see much of me, okay? And still, when I put on the glasses, I can see. So why am I cleaning the glasses? Because I've formed a habit that I want a pair of glasses that is clean to look through. And if it's not clean, I will clean it because I do not want any blemish on it. I don't know where my spray is. So this is my drink and it's carbonated. I don't drink ordinary spring water. I always drink carbonated water because it's very refreshing. And you know, carbonated water is very nice to clean your glasses as well. And that's all I drink, okay? I clean those glasses. So when I look through those glasses, I can see clearly. But when we are talking about filter, just imagine that this is the filter you look through in your life. And that comprises all the education you've ever had and all the impressions that everybody has put on you. This is good, this is bad, this is how to do things, this is how not to do things. So when you are looking at things, you are looking at the education, conscious or not conscious, that you have ever received. So you only see things the way you've ever learned about things. So that's the paradigm. And that is the word, and paradigm and worldview. So your paradigm is yours. The worldview is another, okay? So the worldview could be your paradigm. Do you decide that it is the worldview that's your paradigm, or that you will see things as they really are? That's the second. I say 4 things that matter. That matter. We're talking business and we're talking life skills, okay? I'm not talking spiritual, but all still have spiritual within it, okay? And then the other thing is you're going to be generating your own strategy. Why generate your strategy? You've got a solid foundation. So whatever solid foundation is, there are not many definitions to solid foundation. Solid foundation is solid foundation. And it's to say something that will hold your basis, that will hold your belief system, that will hold your purpose for life. And who gives you that foundation? It has to be the one who writes the instruction manual. And you go back to the Holy Scriptures. It's as simple as that. When I'm in a business forum and I'm talking to them, and I say, what's your foundation? You know, do you have any Holy Scripture that you base your life on? You know, okay, what do you base your life on? What is the concept of your life? Okay? So if you say that's the concept of your life, oh, I'm a free thinker, oh, you know, I'm a Hare Krishna, or I'm an Aborigine, And I just like the Aborigine culture. I'm an African. I'm a fire woman. I always say to people, I say, I don't be lady at all. Oh. I don't be lady. I'm a fire woman, you know. So what is that concept of a fire woman? And the fire woman, according to me, it's what you see is what you get, you know. No airs and graces, no pretenses. Okay. So that's my own foundation, and it's solid. So what you see is what you get, no pretenses. So if there's no pretenses, I've got to have a holy scripture, a holy book, something that tells me who I really am for my own solid foundation. Because no pretenses, I tell you, no pretenses. Okay, so then my paradigm changes all the time. And you know what changes my paradigm? I've just described to you what paradigm is. The way you see things, the filter, the education you've had, and the understanding you have, and your belief system, and your faith. And beyond the faith is the knowing, what you know that is true. I'll give you an example of that in a minute. So that forms my paradigm. And the paradigm shifts all the time as I learn new things. For instance, today, you know, as I had my usual time with the bishop, Olonfemi Ejide, he was telling me a few things which I was nodding at, nodding. And I'll say, you are definitely a teacher. I just don't want to share that now. I said, you are definitely a teacher, a divine teacher. I said, because I've learned from that. And he said, good, go and put it to practice. That's how he is. He says it and he just shrugs it off. Because that man walks by the Spirit. And when he speaks, you know that it's divine intervention. If you can't catch it, if you let it go, if you think, oh, it's just a friend talking. Oh, he's just a preacher. You're missing out. When he talks, I listen. And when he looks at me like this, I look straight in his eye because I want to catch everything he's saying and I want to roll with it. But my spirit bears witness to what he's saying. If my spirit doesn't bear witness to what he's saying, I will not accept it. But a lot of times, I do not argue with him because that man walks by the Spirit, you know, and when he says things, he can say it casually, he can say it anyhow. I catch it. And hardly has there been any time that I haven't learned when he opens his gut to speak. His mouth is the oracle of God for me and for a lot of us in his ministry, because we know he's a loving leader. So that's so much to say about paradigm. And then you look at the worldview. So you have a paradigm, you have a worldview. Is your paradigm dependent on the worldview, or is dependent totally on you being surrendered to the truth? Capital T, capital H, capital R, capital U, capital T, capital H. The real truth, and not the truth that you have conjectured. Okay. And then the third one, I'm still talking about the only 4 things that matter. Generating strategy sessions. So you have to work on your strategy. Strategy for anything at all. When you wake up in the morning, folks, do you just get up, brush your teeth, and start worshiping while you are in the shower or so? if that is it, I'll ask you to try something, to do something else, to do something different to what you were doing before. First of all, before you go to sleep, debrief yourself. You know, the time you are going to sleep, okay, you have a husband, you have a wife. You're going to bed. Nowadays, it's so busy. When you go to bed, you've got to copulate. Your conjugal rights, your love making, you're getting together, you're hugging, kissing, and the love making and all that. Does the love making stay till the next morning? No. When you are satisfied and your husband is satisfied, or when you are satisfied and your wife is satisfied, what do? A lot of times you turn your back on each other and you arrange yourself in your bed for you. Okay? So everyone has me time. Even if you are sleeping, even if you just finish making love and you're sleeping and you decide to sleep, you have a me time. Even in the middle of the night, even if you are hugging and you are lying on each other's body and so on, there'll be a time when you will separate and have a me time. That time you have a me time, pray that during me time, you should debrief. Is there anything that you need to let go of? Make sure you let go. I've shared in many of my broadcasts how to let go. Is there any feeling coming to you? Is there any feeling specifically coming to you? Husband and wife, you just finished making love. You just hugged each other. You just slept on each other. And then you turn to my me time. I've got to arrange my pillow and sleep on the other side. Okay? Is there anything that man has done that makes you suspicious that he's seen other women or so, despite the fact that you've just been close? Is there anything that woman is doing that makes you feel like she's cheating on you business-wise? That this woman is doing some business that she hasn't told you? Or this woman is really having the upper hand on your children, and that hasn't disturbed your lovemaking? Are you thinking anything about that wife that's sitting by you, or that husband that's lying by you, that you need to debrief about? Is it his mother? Is it his father? Is it her sister? Are you having an affair with his sister? Or a friend, her friend, or somebody she knows, or she doesn't even know? That is the moment of debriefing. What feeling are you having there that you have to process? Process it. And I shared with you how to process the feeling. You know, it came because you just finished with her, you just finished with him. And then when you have my me time, the feeling comes. It comes. It doesn't stay there. Otherwise, you wouldn't have enjoyed that time you had with each other, would you? The feeling comes, and you need to deal with that feeling. And how do you deal with it? It's not attached to you. Can you let it go? Will you let it go a little? Just a little. Just a little. Just a little. Go back and look. Is the feeling still there? Anything that's there, would you let it go a little? Some more, a little. Some more, a little. Some more, a little. Keep on. Don't stop there. Don't stop. Don't stop. Keep going back to that feeling. And then it gets to a place where you feel, oh, I gotta sleep now. I gotta sleep now. I'm not bothered anymore. You even find yourself going back to hug your husband, or you hug your wife. The person you had that animosity against, that's when you have debriefed. Then in the morning, you wake up and you go to worship, and you're worshiping, and you're worshiping, and you're worshiping, and then you get out of bed. You've got to get on with life now. You're in the shower, and you start to receive revelations from God. You're getting dressed. You're doing your makeup. You ladies, you're doing your makeup. You know, when I'm doing my makeup in my bathroom, I don't want anybody near me, because that's the time when I'm really, really deep in the spirit. And the spirit tells me, do it this way, do it this way. Use this, use that, you know. Use this rouging, use this, what do you call it? Highlighters and things like that. And sometimes don't use anything, just use powder. Tie a scarf today. Wear your hair today. Change your necklace. Dress this way, don't dress that way. Be casual. You don't just go to the bathroom and brush your teeth and say, yes, I wear something. Someone speaks to you when you are doing all these things. And that someone is the real you. It's your spirit man. You born again Christians. It's your spirit man. I tell you, whether you're a female or male, you have spirit man. You don't have spirit woman. Because in the spirit, there's no male or female. So we choose to call it man. And that spirit man is the regenerated spirit that's mingled with God. It's the same. It's as perfect and as righteous as God. But because it has been regenerated, he speaks to you like somebody speaking. When you hear God speaking to you, what voice does he speak? Your voice, because that's you. Yes. So that's the time you do your strategies. You know, your spirit man will be telling you, this is how to walk today, this is what to do, this is what to do, this is what to do. And then in the process, if there's an obstacle, if you're supposed to hear from your daughter and she doesn't call, and you call her and she doesn't answer the call, something will disrupt it. But because you got a strategy for the day, you can put that on the side and say, let me do the next item on the list and see when she will call me back. But if you don't have a strategy, is the same thing as called plan or to-do list. Writing to-do list. I do my to-do list on the night. I don't even check it at all on the night. After I've debriefed, that is, after I've got rid of all those negative feelings, I do my to-do list. Bang. And I leave it on one side. And I babysit myself with inspirational words, confessions, subliminals, and I go to sleep. And then when I wake up, my to-do list is there. It's already in my carrier, my bag, ready to go. And I will not even look at it until I get to my office. Because you wrote it down, a lot of it is there. And by the time you get to the office, you see that 1/4 of everything you need to do in the day is done. Or it's already planned, and implementing is just to push the button when you get there. And that is the generating strategy sessions. That's how I will explain it. And then there is doing strategy sessions. So your to-do list, now doing them. You know, something that upsets me the most with us children of the living God is that prayer, 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 adura, 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 adura. Don't you realize that you need to do your faith? You need to do it. You need to do your faith. You need to perform your faith. If faith says, Yvonne, you can stand on one leg, I will wonder, why do I want to stand on one leg? You know, I've got 2 legs, so why do I want to stand on one leg? But there'll be an occasion when you will have to stand on one leg to survive. And so when faith tells you you should stand on one leg, you know what you do? You practice standing on one leg, whether there's a reason for it or not. You practice it, you practice it, you practice, and you become a ballerina. I never ever studied, I never went to ballet school. But my daughter, my youngest daughter, Victoria, when she was young, I used to take her to ballet school. And I saw how she was balancing on her toe on one leg. And then when I would get home, somebody will say, your daughter did it, so you can do it. So I have faith I can do it. So I'll start a whole me. I think I was, how old was I then? I was in my 30s, nearly 40. So I would stand on one leg and I would try to balance on one toe. And I'll try to reel. And very soon I realized that I was a ballerina in my own little capability. And so when Victoria is practicing, I'm even teaching her, showing her how to turn around on her toe and all that. Even though I couldn't stand on my toe, I would stand on the, you know, that part of the leg, like here, you know, that supports the toes. I'll stand on it, but I want her to stand on her toes because she's the one really who is studying. But I could stand on this part of the leg, you know, the chunky part of the foot, you know, but I would say stand on your toe. And because she's a little girl, she couldn't tell I wasn't standing on my toe. She would just go there. So I was more or less giving her a momentum. Okay? So she would stand and she was able to do her ballet exercises. And I was able to do something close. So faith says, if Victoria can do it, you can do it. And I got home and I practiced. And then I got as far as I could. But because Victoria gets proper training and all that, and I support her, let me use present tense now. I support her. She was able to take the teaching and be able to stand on her toes for ballet dancing. So, doing the strategy. Yes, I've got time. I would like to take you further. And the fact that I'm going through this, you know, the last time I showed you things you need to do in business. And I was saying that you don't want to start business and just get computer, this, that, and start sourcing. You got to deal with this first. Okay? You got to deal with your mindset. You got to have a paradigm shift that can carry that business. Okay. So I would say you have to learn to look out of your window and observe the world thinking. Okay? Observe the world thinking. The world thinking. The world out there. What lie are these people believing and what trends are prevailing? Have you ever seen, you know, lots of people, when they look out there, they will just say, oh, that's the norm. That's the norm. Does anybody say, that's a lie? That's a lie. That's a lie. The only time you can say that's a lie, that's a lie, that's a lie, it's when you really sit in the sacred place and you let the truth be your filter with which you see the world. So when you have the right filter, you see things the right way, the correct way, the truthful way, you will want to look out the window and say, what lies are those people believing in? And they believe it is true. And what trends are prevailing? You know, because the world thinks a lie, a trend, which means a common belief, a common mode of behavior. You need to know that. So you see the trend they are believing, you know they are living a lie. And your place is to take that dross, D-R-O-S-S, dross, you know, tebakogi. When you grind ogi and all that, and you put the water, omidrum, when you put water on it, you will see the dross, you know, it's like foamy. It's not nice, you know, and it's smelly. Okay, ogi no, but dross, yeah, it doesn't look right. It's foamy and all that. You know what you do? You skim it. You know how you skim? You take the top off, and then you take the top off again and get rid of. Take the top off and get rid of it, and then the water that soaks the ogi, the pulp or the ground corn, the soaked ground corn, yeah, will be clearer, and that is omidu. That you should use to make your ogi because it really gives taste to the ogi. I prefer that to putting sugar on ogi. I will put milk, but that omidun is so important to me with ogi. You know, I buy the powdered corn, you know, to make my ogi. Ogi, they call it ogi here, and you can get it in a pack, in a sealed vacuumed pack. And so when I get it overnight, I'll soak it, and the water comes up. I don't need to get rid of any dross because the dross have already been got rid of before the powder is dried. But then when I do it, I still skim anyway because I'm used to skimming. So I get rid of the dross. Dross is the gede. Is the nonsense that you don't want, you know. You know, like some gas that comes out of it, you know, and some shafts and all that. You get rid of them. Okay? Some people don't even get rid of. They will take everything. You know, they will just take it as it is. I can understand if I'm in the jungle, I probably won't get rid of it. I'll just do whatever I can do and fill my stomach. But this is not a question of filling your stomach. This is a question of healthy eating and healthy living. So in healthy living, you have to learn to look out of your window. This is your window. The way you see life, and observe the world's thinking. What lie are these people believing, and what trends are prevailing? What lie are Nigerians thinking now with all that is happening, and what trends are prevailing? Oh, whatever you find then, you want to put to one side because it's not what you need. Okay? If it's a lie and it's a trend and it's what is prevailing, you don't want it. So if you eliminate that if you eliminate that from what you need to do to get on with life, your problem is half solved. Okay? So the next thing you need to think about, you have to decide, what do you believe to be true? What do you believe to be true? I'm not preaching now, but what do you believe to be true? Okay? Understand that perception of the truth doesn't always mean truth. What you believe to be true is not necessarily true. Be open to taking a contrarian view. That is to say, be open to hear other people's view that could be different to what you believe to be true. And always check their source. If anybody tells me, oh, this is what is happening with COVID-19 and this is what they are doing, and so I say, what is your source? Why do you believe it? Oh, some doctors, some this, some that. What is their credential? Oh, they are virologists and all that, and they're this, they're that. I may start to believe if they say they are virologists and they're talking about COVID-19. But if they say they are gynecologists, I will say, well, gynecologists, how did they know about the virus? Oh, because they are studious. These are people that, that go into research and all that. This COVID-19 has affected everybody. So they have actually gone and find out. I may start to believe them. Do you get the point? Okay. So your current beliefs and your current way of doing things will only get you more of what you have now. Agreed? It will only get you more of what you have now, okay? If you want change, it takes change to get it. Okay? And if you want to change the world or change your market, you had better start by changing yourself first. So if you are coming to me and you say, mentor me or coach me into this business, into that business, I've got ideas, business ideas I can give you. Okay? But if I'm giving you that business idea and you want to use your old ways that you have used in, and you haven't been successful in the businesses that now you are looking for other business to be successful at, the first thing I tell you is you've got to have a paradigm shift. You've got to renew your mind. That's what a paradigm shift is, okay? You've got to think different. And you've got to check the source of whatever information you are getting before you believe it. Because when you believe, you have faith and you take action and you get results. Okay? And when you get results and the result is right, then you've broken a record. A stronghold has been destroyed. And you got a breakthrough. So that breakthrough you carry on with, but that breakthrough is only for a moment because you've got to keep advancing. Okay? Ask yourself this every day. What is something you believe to be true that nobody else agrees with you on? When you get to that you believe something is true and nobody else agrees with you, and you still carry on with that thing you believe is true, you believe is true, you are a champion of that particular cause. So if you believe something wrong is true and nobody believes it, you are still a champion of that cause, because you are going to fail so woefully and you're going to be frustrated and you are going to keep on believing, and that sort of person will go to their grave regretting. But if you believe, if you've done all your homework, you've checked, you put all the checks, ticks and checks and checks and checks, and you have actually made yourself vulnerable to say, I may not be right, but I want the truth, and you're in search of the truth. You've prayed, you've meditated, you've done whatever you need to do to say, it's only the truth I want. God always says, the Holy Word says, be careful what you pray for, because you shall surely get it. You prayed for the truth, you will surely get the truth. And you believe it. So can anybody dissuade you? Can anybody make you not believe what you believe? If you so believe it, and it doesn't matter, you stand on your ground, you will be vindicated. That's what do you believe to be true. So the first thing I talked about, these are my notes, okay? The first thing I talk about is that you have to learn to look out of your window and observe the world's thinking. What lie are these people believing, and what trends are prevailing? So you want to know the lie, and then you want to know what you believe. So what is going out there is not what you believe. I've got lots and lots of examples to give, but I would rather not give examples of so many days ago, let alone too many years ago. I'll give an example of maybe yesterday, day before yesterday, I came to the office yesterday. I woke up at about 4 a.m. No, 4 a.m. Don't forget, I don't even sleep till like 2, 3 a.m. But I woke up at 4 a.m. because I was hot. I think I must have left my little heater. The central heating goes off. So I have a heater that regulates. And I've got a temperature that I like my room to be, okay? Don't forget, I still crack my window. I leave my window partially open because I like fresh air. So I have a heater that gives a certain small warmth in the room. I woke up very, very sweaty, okay? And as I woke up, I've got a cardigan. I've got a bed cardigan. So I wear my flimsy nightie and I got a bed cardigan, okay? So when I'm hot, I take it off and I just throw it somewhere. I pick it up tomorrow in the morning, So I was taking off this cardigan to be comfortable. And suddenly I remembered that my accountant had called me about 6-7 days ago to say that I need an authentication code for them to be able to file a report of one of my companies. My brothers and sisters, I don't know how I could have forgotten that. And I don't know how I would have remembered just at that time. I did remember. So when I got to the office, I searched high and low and everywhere. I couldn't find it. I searched my email to see whether they've written. I didn't even know the name of the accountants because I've got different accountants for my companies. And I've just appointed these people. I don't even remember who they were. I didn't do any paperwork because they were doing everything online. I've paid them for the service, but they need an authentication code to be able to get to the company's house and file my reports. And I haven't given them because the authentication code will come in the post and it will come to the reception. So I jumped up. I ran to the reception. And then, yes, I had a pile of letters coming for me, which I hadn't even collected in 2 weeks. Authentication code was there. Now I couldn't find the accountants, this particular accountants. And I had only a few days, maybe 3 days left. And if I hadn't sent it, I'll be fined £1,000. And it could even be worse. So I went. You see all those paperwork. That's why they're on my relaxing chair. They're on my blue chair. They're all over the place. I had to bring all this paperwork, which I had been piling up, and I was searching. I couldn't find them. I looked in the folder for the particular company. I couldn't find anything. So right where I'm sitting now, I'm facing you. I'm facing my computer. I just buried my head there. And I said, Jesus, I should have come to you first. Before I was toiling. Oh, I can't find this. Please, help me. Help me, Lord, help me. And at this time, I was dizzy. I was like, I was going to faint. Because I'm a law-abiding person, and I don't like anything that would make me look like I was inefficient, I know it's a little bit of a negative to me, I just don't like any inefficiency of any kind. It really gets off my nose, let's say. And I say, help me, Lord, help me, Lord. I was dizzy, I was fainting, and I just held my head down. Exactly what you're seeing now. And I look in front of me just like that. And I saw this paper, similar paper to this. I've already filed it away now. Similar paper to this. And it says there, online accounts filing. And there's a number there. Can you imagine? My table is cleared every day, very tidy. It's usually very tidy, and it's going to be tidy when I finish now. I would have put everything away. But that was there. And I saw what I needed. I called, and as soon as I called the number, the woman who answered the phone at the end said, "Hello, Dr. Jarvis." And I said, "How dare you? So I've paid you, and you haven't heard from me, and you didn't bother to write me or to call me or this and that." She said, "We've made several phone calls, You didn't answer our call." I said, "So you couldn't write? Everything has got to be by email." I had the audacity, because I know my right. They should have written. They've got my money. They should be the one pursuing me to say, "You haven't done this, you haven't done that." They didn't. And it took the power of the Holy Spirit to wake me up at 4 a.m. to tell me that you haven't done this, you haven't done that. And it took the power of the Holy Spirit to reveal that number to me and for me to call them. Why am I saying this? Ask yourself this every day. What is something you believe to be true that nobody else agree with you on? Do you believe that Christ is real? Do you believe that he is real and he would go with you in every aspect of your life? Every aspect. There's no aspect that's missing. You're in the shower bathing, you're in the toilet doing your business, you're talking to a stranger, you are eating, you are driving, you are working, you're swimming, You are the hairdresser. You're dancing. You're at a nightclub. Do you believe Jesus will never leave you nor forsake you? Do you believe he's with you all the time? And that you believe you can contact him anytime, anywhere, even if you're in the middle of nonsense. Even if you're in the middle of committing atrocity, do you believe that Jesus is there with you? And people will say, no, you're a sinner. Jesus can't be with you. Do you believe he's with you? Do you believe he will help you? Do you believe he'll help you start that business? Do you believe he will help you with the blueprints? Do you believe he will change your mindset? Do you believe he will give you the right mindset to do the business? Do you believe you can become a millionaire? Even if I don't believe. Shegun Johnson, do you believe? Azizat Nihilola, do you believe? Do you believe that you are worth it? That you really can start a business today and prosper? Do you believe you can do it from start to finish? Do you believe you can follow the instruction of a mentor, of a coach, to do something for your life? Ikupolusi Shijuade, do you believe? I'm so glad that people don't talk back at me here, so I can just yell at you people. Obebe, Olayinka, do you believe? Janet Lola, Fabiyi, Adesoji, Kade ma soji ni kò má soji Lola Jesu. Babsin, Cynthia, do you believe? Do you believe that you are the next millionaire to be created? Say Adeshewa Adeshino, do you believe? Do you believe? Let me read it again. Ask yourself this every day, not just today, not just now. Ask, what is something you believe to be true? What is something you believe to be true that nobody else agrees with you? Dare to be different. Stand and guard your belief system. Guard your persuasion. If you are persuaded, guard it. Guard it. And don't just do this on spirituality. Take it to your business life. God has given you ability to make wealth. Yes. God has given you the ability to make wealth. It has to get to me sometimes. Laser focused. Do you believe? Ask yourself this every day, every time. What is something you believe to be true? It's true. It's true that whatever you focus on shall be so. Whatever you believe is true. Whatever you believe is true to you. And nobody else will agree with you. But if you believe so, it is so. Let it be according to your faith. So before you start believing, do your homework first. Make sure your source of believing is authentic. And what is authentic? Dimension of love, not dimension of fear. Anything you think in fear is not lasting. Anything you think in love is eternal. I'm going to stop very soon. I'll leave it at that for today, because I've been more than an hour, and I know you've got to prepare for Bishop. I think he'll be here any moment. Yes. God bless you. Babson T. Cynthia, God bless you. God bless you. See Adishawa, God bless you. Felicia Olaguju, God bless you. King T. Jadida, God bless you. Mercy Osayode, God bless you. Lady Mosumola Oyeleye, God bless you. That's my bishop's friend. Adebowale Adelusi, God bless you. Please, I want to help you, all of you. I want to help you. I want to make at least 1,000 millionaires of you people. Folake Omotayo, God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Prince Gordons, God bless you. Sahid Adeboale, Sarah Rugo, God bless you. Adebobola, Kayode, God bless you. Uncle Timo, my darling Uncle Timo, God bless you, sir. Basic digital world. Basic. I know you say best click, basic, best click. Okay, best click. Adeyinka Emmanuel, best click digital world. You are blessed in Jesus' name. We are talking business henceforth, and we are going places. I'm just doing the housekeeping, because I showed you the things that need to be sorted. If you go to my broadcast, was it yesterday, day before yesterday, I said you don't just start with your computer, with your equipment, with your office. Do you know that every business I've ever done in my life, I started small? Some people will go and get business card. I never got business card for about 4 years. And I started business. They're going to start business card, letterhead. Do you know that my I hope that the name will not go to show. Let me just show you this. This is my license agreement for my residence in my rehab. There it is. It's all done on computer. I didn't go and do letterheads and all that. My letterheads are done by me. You know, it's not because I can't afford it. I can't afford to get the best letterheads ever. But because I've learned, you know, that you don't put too much overheads ahead of you to start a business. And if what you've done it from the, you know, from the genuineness of your heart, from the love and passion you have for that business, you're going to put everything in it, and it's going to replicate your essence. I mean, like now, I just put the picture of my property, of the property where I do the rehab. That's the picture of the 2 houses joined together that I do it at, and I just put the details there. And then I worked on the details, on the license, and on my letterheads, and on my literature and everything. I got a lot of ideas to share with you that you can start business with, but I would like you to come with your own ideas, and then to follow, you know, this sharing I'm doing with you. And then you go into my subscription channel, and then you go and get a lot of materials there. And then if you need to be held, If you need to be supported, you will get the support, you get everything. Okay? And use your ideas first. But if people don't have ideas, I have ideas that will make you comfortable for the rest of your life. I have ideas, I have business ideas to share, and I'll be sharing them. Okay? Because I know Nigerians are very smart. If I say, even just this I'm sharing on our platform now, on Godwin platform, thanks to Bishop Femi Ejide, for allowing this sort of thing. Lots of men and women of God, they wouldn't. They will say, oh, I've got to check everything you do. I've got to check everything you do, Bishop says, oh, if you have something to share, just go there and share it. It's your platform. And I agree with him. If some of you are watching me now and you have ideas to check, please come to us. We will vet you and we will give you a platform to broadcast. Please, don't just watch. If you have ideas and if you have things to share, let us know. Let Bishop know and we will vet you. It may not be Bishop that will vet you because he has so much to do. But I, in particular, will vet. And I don't vet people because of favorites or not. I just help you to be able to put your ideas together and to get a blueprint. So that when you get on the broadcast, you will be very, very effective. That's all. That's the vetting. So you're welcome to ask to come on the platform. Okay? I'll let it go there because my bishop will be coming very soon. My bishop, your bishop, will be coming very soon. And thank you very much for coming on. I'll see you tomorrow. God bless you. I love you. Bye. I cannot. I don't know why I'm not able to turn this off now. I'll lift it. I love you all. You see now, even it doesn't want me to turn you off. It just wants me to remain with you. I love you. Bye. Bye, folks. Uncle Timo, bye.